What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me today. I'm so excited you've decided to spend a little bit of your time with me. The community that I'm creating here with you guys is so awesome, and I love that you join me and talk, and it's just thank you. I really appreciate it. And today I wanted to talk about conservation and ecology and some of my favorite groups with that. Uh, One of them is obviously the Explorers Club, and now conservation and wildlife protection and wilderness protection has always been something in my family with my great-grandparents and my grandparents and my parents. My grandmother in particular, Laverne, she's done some incredible things. She has done wilderness mapping with the Georgia Forestry Commission. She was part of the Million Pines project in South Georgia. So when early 1900s, South Georgia had been cleared for farming, and it was doing just horrible ecological damage to all the environment there. And there was this big push called the Million Pines Project to replant 1 million pine trees to kind of bring nutrients and life back into the soil in the area. And she was a big part of that, and my great-grandparents as well. And she also helped reintroduce white-tailed deer to the area. She was a part of that group. You can't imagine it now because I'm in the middle of town here, and I can literally walk onto my front yard and see white-tailed deer running across, but they had been hunted completely out of the state a long time ago, and my grandparents were part of the group that brought them back from other states and reintroduced them here and helped that population grow and thrive so that we can continue to have, this great sort of biodiversity here in the state of Georgia. And that kind of stuff is just so impressive. But if you talk to my grandmother, she acts like that's just, what you were supposed to do. It wasn't any big deal. Like, I've tried to get her to sit down and just tell us all about it. And she's just like, it's just a thing you did, it's just, that's what you did. And that's always kind of stuck with me and was a big foundational thing into, like, one, I'm an artist and an animator, but one of my biggest jobs and things that I've done is work with a company called Virtually Better, and it's where we've done government, like NIH research grants to use VR to help treat people with like phobias and PTSD and that sort of thing, and proven the efficacy of that, and then turn those into real products. And it's that sort of desire to help that they ingrained in me. And my grandparents ingrained in my parents, and then my parents ingrained in me, like that you should do. And that's what made doing that job so cool. And I've done it for 14 years now. This September, like the end of September, was in 2009 was when I was first hired with them. And I'm not there full time anymore, but I still do grant work and stuff with them, and it's just so much fun and so cool. Beyond that sort of real life experience, my granddad and a lady that I would consider my aunt, she's not actually related to us, but her name's Anne Calhoun, she's a professor. They would both always tell stories of like all the cool stuff that was happening in National Geographic or with a group called the Explorers Club, which is what this symbol is. And they've always done such cool stuff with conservation and exploration. And they just, as a kid, like, those stories fostered this sense of adventure and also wanting to make the world a better place for me. And I just absolutely loved it. And honestly, one day I would love to be a member of the Explorers Club, because I love exploration. I love hiking. I love exploring, and I love helping make the world a better place. And I really think that's what these people really try to do, at least, as far as what I've heard from family members, right? And I hope that the grant work would be enough, but you also need to know people, like they have to recommend you, and I don't know anyone right now, but that is a goal that I'm constantly working towards in my life. but it's because of all of the stuff that has been set before me. And, until then, I'm just going to be a big fan. Like, I even got the cool vest and some short or pants and stuff with their logo on it. And this shirt is actually from their conservation thing this year. And I mean, look at the artwork on this. I hope you can see it. Yeah. Like, it's beautiful. This is absolutely stunning artwork. And I mean, go to their website. They have a store that you can buy stuff if you're not a member, and buying stuff will, help with their efforts. But yeah, here's the art that's on the back of the shirt as well. It's on this challenge coin. I mean, that's just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Yeah, so I just wanted to share a little bit today about how the things that my older family members have done, like my grandparents and parents and all of that, and the stories they told me about organizations like this and Nat Geo and so many other groups like the Georgia Conservancy and all of those groups, like, really fostered in me this desire to explore and learn and help and do this as well. And I really encourage you to look into it. But, if you have kids, share all these kinds of stories with them, because having that sort of desire, it doesn't just come naturally. It comes from learning and being excited about it, and foster that sense of excitement of gaining knowledge and learning and helping in the generations come after us. Because if we don't all do stuff like that, then we might not have this awesome planet that we live on to explore anymore. So I know this has just kind of been, hey, me sitting here and talking, and I hope you've listened to it all, and I hope you've enjoyed it all. If you have any stories like I shared about my grandparents, please put them in the comments below. I love hearing that. I love hearing how a sense of adventure was fostered in someone, a sense of exploration, a sense of conservancy, a sense of wanting to help. Like, the things that inspire people inspire me, and I love hearing those stories. So please share them. And if you like this video, like and subscribe if you haven't to the channel. And I look forward to hearing from you. And if I'm out exploring, I look forward to seeing you out there. All right, bye. Also, separately, like, I'm recording this on the last day that the people on that submarine that were going to look at the Titanic wreck could possibly be alive, and I could not imagine going through that. That must be absolutely terrifying. Like, it doesn't matter how well off you are or how experienced you are. Just that whole thing must be terrifying, and I really feel for them. And there's still a little bit of hope that right now, while I'm recording this, there's a few hours left that they would still have air, and hopefully it will be a happy ending, but I'm not so sure. And I couldn't imagine just being stuck with no way to be helped or help yourself. Wow.